Hi guys, this video was highly requested. A lot of people asked me to share my emetophobia story, and it's taken me a little while to do it, but that's not because I'm uncomfortable with it, it's just because I feel like this can be triggering and I don't want to trigger anybody. That would be terrible. But I think I figured it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the V word or the TU word or any of those words. I'm just going to say get sick, because I know personally that that is a lot less triggering for me to hear. And I hope that this video helps you in some way or makes you feel less alone, or if you don't have emetophobia, I hope this helps you get more of an understanding. It is a very common phobia. I think it's number 5 in like the most popular ones. Not popular isn't really the right word, but you know what I mean. My emetophobia started when I was a sophomore in high school, so I think it's going on maybe 4 years. Math isn't really my forte. I had anxiety before that, but my emetophobia is what sparked my panic attacks. I might have had panic attacks when I had anxiety prior to having emetophobia, but I was diagnosed with panic disorder after my emetophobia. So I'm going to talk about how it began. I hope this doesn't trigger anyone. Please, please, please understand that I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to tell my story. It started in March. I went to see a high school show with my best friend because 3 of our best guy friends were in it, and the show was awesome. I had such a good time. It was great. Shout out to those 3 guy friends. You kind of might know who you are. Anyway, I was there with my best friend Elise, and then it just so happened that our other mutual friend was there with 2 of her friends, and this mutual friend, she was my neighbor. We didn't know they would be there. It was me and Elise and then these other 3 girls. We didn't know they would be there, but they happened to be there. We said hi, we greeted each other. We didn't sit together. It was just they were there too. This high school was a little bit far away from my house, a little bit out of the zone. So my parents, when they found out that my neighbor was there, they asked if I could just ride home with her so they wouldn't have to come get me. So I said goodbye to Elise and she went on her way, and I went with my neighbor and her 2 friends. And I think her grandmother was driving, but that's not really like important to the story. So here's how we were sitting. Here's the driver's seat, okay? So her grandma was in the driver's seat, my neighbor was here, I was in this back rear seat, and then in the middle was one of the friends and then the other friend. And we had to drop off the 2 friends, and I had to get dropped off in my house. And everything seemed really okay, like we were just dropping off the one friend, and then after we dropped off that friend, I noticed that my neighbor was starting to get a little bit antsy and like, are we gonna get home soon? Are we gonna get home soon? And I just thought maybe like she's tired or she has homework or something like that. And prior to this, I was not afraid of getting sick. I was not afraid of it. Like, no one enjoys it, but I wasn't afraid of it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we dropped off the one friend, the first friend. There's still a friend in the car. There's still me in the car, still my neighbor, still my grandma. Not my grandma, her grandma. Ugh. Anyway, so we dropped off the one friend, and then she was getting antsy, and all of a sudden, boom shakalaka, she's sick. And it was a feeling inside of me that I had never had before. I was like, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of this car. And I was texting my parents like, oh my god, my neighbor just got sick. Oh, this is terrible. I feel really, really weird. I was like freaked out. And now looking back, I realized that it was a panic attack, but at the time I had no idea what it was. I was just like, I have to get out of this car. So she got sick in the car, and then we had to pull over and she got sick again, like in the wilderness. And I was sitting in the car with a friend. We were both like, oh, this stinks for her, but like I was like, oh god, this is terrible for like me. What is this? So once she was done getting sick, she got back in the car, and I was like, can we drop me off first before we drop off this other friend? And they were like, sure. As soon as we got to my house, I bolted from that car. Like, I ran. And I got in the house and I was like, oh my gosh, that was the scariest thing. Like, am I gonna get sick? Am I gonna get sick now? Like, am I gonna catch this? That whole night, I was up until 2 a.m. with my parents. I had to sleep in their bed. I was that freaked out. And I just figured this would go away. Like, after a week had gone by, I was like, I didn't get sick, so I'm not scared anymore. But that wasn't the case. It did not go away, and it affected me at school. So I was in the counselor's office like all the time. And I was so scared of getting sick. And that feeling has stayed with me through the years. To this day, I'm still so scared of getting sick. It has gotten better. I know that it started in my sophomore year, and then my junior year was terrible. And then I had to do cyber school for my senior year because my panic attacks were so bad and I was so scared of getting sick. Now it's better, but I still have moments of panic. I still have moments of getting scared I'll get sick. Something that really helps me is these Tumblr blogs. There's a lot of Tumblr blogs out there about emetophobia that have warnings and support and just stories and tips and advice, and they're so helpful. There's one that I turn to all the time. I'm going to link it below. I highly, highly, highly suggest it. You don't have to have a Tumblr to talk to them, and you can send in anonymous questions, and it's so good. They're so kind. They're so kind and so thoughtful, and they really like take time to answer your questions and reassure you, and it's so cool. Then there's this other blog. They definitely have a good master post of warnings. Before you watch a movie, you can check in and be like, oh, it is How to Train Your Dragon Safe, and it'll have a warning if there's something in it that you should be worried about. So those are really helpful. And another thing that's helpful is talking about it. My best friend knows about my panic attacks. She is there all the time for me. She understands, she gets me, she doesn't pressure me, she doesn't rush me, and talking about it with her always helps. So don't be afraid to talk to people about it. More people understand than don't understand, if that makes sense. And the number one thing to know is that you're not alone. This isn't a weird thing. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. I know it can seem like you're the only one in the world that's suffering from this, you're the only one, but you're not. You're not the only one at all. Nobody enjoys getting sick. Nobody, even if they're not afraid of it, even if they don't have this phobia, nobody likes it. It's an unpleasant thing, and it's okay to be afraid of it. It's important to remember that it is your body's last resort, and it rarely goes there. You can go years upon years, like 20-something years without it happening. As long as you take care of your body and shower and just do all the things to take care of yourself and make sure you have good hygiene, then you're good, you're good. And if you get scared, it's okay. It is okay to be scared. I get so scared, once a week, man. Once a week, I get scared of this at least. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not bad. It just means that you're having a hard time with this, and that's okay. It's okay to be in a bad place. There's so much support out there. I'm giving you my support, and there's Tumblr blogs, there's other people. You'd be surprised how many people have this. I have met people from all different places that have this. It is not just you, and it's going to be okay. I hope that this video helps you in some way. I'm sorry if it's not exactly what you wanted. I just wanted to cover like how it started, and you know, I don't know. I just I didn't have a script. I just was like, here are my thoughts. Leave comments below if you want to see more things like this. Please suggest things in the comments. I will always listen. If there's something you need to hear or see, let me know. Do not be afraid to ask me. I will always comply, unless it's something like super dangerous, but I doubt you're gonna do that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. It's going to be okay. You are not alone, and things do get better. I'm in a much better place now than I was in my junior year. So things get better. There's hope for everyone. I hope you have a really good rest of your day, a good rest of your week, a good rest of your year. Everything is going to be okay. I love you, and I hope to see you next week. Bye. Bye. I love you.